Alright, this wasn't kind of windy out here. Apologize, you getting wind noise. This ain't a video I was wanting to make anytime soon, but it is what it is. I'm driving the gold truck the other day for work, and well, it's silver birch, I know, but we call it Goldie. Driving the Goldie, old Goldie Hawn the other day for work, man, and sitting there waiting for a couple other boys to get there and for lunch, and noticed a bunch of coolant running on the ground. So I was like, shoot, you know, it's probably overflow or something, because it did get a little over 210, but it looked to me like the radiator busted. So that sucks. I rely on this truck for work. That's the first and foremost thing. It's for work over play, so it really needs some maintenance. It has 233,000 miles, a 2005 Chevy Silverado HD. It's got 6.0, pretty sure it's an LQ4, 4.080, and all that jazz. It's all original, never been touched. So about time to get some love. So the thing been, oil pressure's been getting low. I suspect the oil ring on a tube probably gone and leaking its pressure out. So since that little O-ring or whatever's going on in there is, or the pump could be bad too, who knows, but I'm suspecting it's the O-ring. Yeah, I got heads, cam, and intake for it. It's not aftermarket. I got a set of 243 heads. Got truck Norris cam, and I got a TBSS intake and the X-Link and all that jazz for it. So I'm going to 4-bolt throttle body, all that stuff. I got all that stuff for it. So I feel like that'll probably pick this truck up some. I got long tube headers. I'm gonna tune it on HP tuners. Not putting a stall in it. Wow! I don't want to take the motor and trans out yet, but it might get a stall later on. But I feel like this will, you know, I got a new milling oil pump, new gaskets, new head gaskets, new head bolts, all of it. So we're going to, yeah, I didn't really want to do this right now. And I'm planning on using this truck this winter. I'm about to do my snow contracts again. So we're gonna have snow contracts again this winter. So this truck is gonna be my my main workhorse for that. It's got brand new tires on it for the winter. So I need to knock this job out. So I'm gonna pull this thing around the front. I'm actually probably going to get some cars out of the way, and we're gonna tear this thing apart down in the driveway. It's probably gonna be torn down the driveway for a couple of days. So neighbors probably gonna hate it, but that's all good. This ain't my first rodeo, man. I've done this out in the middle of the field when I was, 20-something years ago when I was a kid. I swapped motors, rear ends, transmissions. I didn't care, man. Let me get this camera down, stop yapping. I'm gonna go right here and pull some cars out of the way, and we're gonna pull this thing around here and find a good spot to work on it at. All right. Yeah, it's a good old truck, man. Fires up, no issues. Good truck. Love this truck, man. AC blows cold. Transmission shifts smooth and firm. Can't really beat this truck, man. So I don't have a mount in this truck, and the windows are down because it's kind of loud, but I didn't want to tear it apart and do all this before I got a baseline something. I don't have a dyno, so I went and did a 1/4 mile pull in the truck, and it did a 12:18 1/8 mile and like a 18:70 1/4 mile, I think it was. I'll post a screenshot of what it actually was. Yeah, so we have a baseline of what it'll do, as long as I can test it on a day that has similar DA, which will probably be like next week sometime. future I gotta do some logging, I'll go right back to that exact same spot, heat it again, and see what she made. It was 9,800 DA today, so this thing's gonna be a whole second slower than anything at sea level. All right, I got it figured out where I want to do it at. We got the canopy set up out here in the front. I got the truck under the canopy where I'm gonna put my toolbox over here and stuff. My plan is just to take everything out from what I take off the front, I'll just put in the bed. This will allow me to get my garage shut. If I want to take a break or I need to go somewhere or I'm hot, I can just shut the door, go inside, chill, and that's that. That's how I won't have it. So yeah, I got the canopy set up here. I got this thing for the racetrack, but it works good out here in the yard as a little extra shade. As you can see, it gives you a lot more extra shade out here. So I'm gonna clean up right here in front of the garage door, and I'm gonna get all my parts out, see if I can find a table. If not, find a clean spot out here where I can set all my stuff down at, and we'll get rocking and rolling on this thing. My goal today is to get it apart, get it torn down, and get all the old parts off, and then tomorrow morning when I get up, I'm gonna hit it hard and try to get the top end put on it. And I'd like to get it done this week. I've also got to order some steering and some sway bar ends for the Wrangler. We're gonna go down to Kentucky again and see some family, so I need to get that guy straightened back out. I got a tie rod in that's loose and broke the sway bar again. So yeah, let me get a bite to eat real quick and some water, and I'm gonna get over here and get to tearing this thing apart. I went to Big O and got some buckets and some rags, and that way I can drain the coolant out in it and whatnot. And then we're gonna get on this thing. We're gonna get to working on this thing. I had me a nice medallion filet mignon in the cast iron pan. I'm going to get my tools rolled over here, a big toolbox rolled over here. Got a lot of my tools right here. I put the battery for my angle impact on charge. It's green, ready to go. I'm gonna clean up my workbench here and get some of this stuff off, and I'm gonna start. I'm just gonna do it slow, pull apart the front, get all this off down where I can get in and see some stuff and drain the radiator, and then like I said, I'm gonna go from the top down and jump up here and get the exhaust off and whatnot. So, but we're gonna do it right here. We got the canopy up. I think this is gonna help out with the sun just a little bit. Just that little bit to keep that sun off you. It's actually really nice right here. I'm not mad at this one bit. It's 1 o'clock. We got tons of breeze, as you can see. Not bad, not bad. I got my entire garage not messed up. I didn't have to move any bikes. I didn't have to do nothing. So I like this setup. I may do this again in the future. This is a pretty good setup right here. So I'm gonna get this camera up on the big tripod, and we're gonna get to it. Alright, man. Next morning, got a lot done last night. Some of the boys that work for me, they came over yesterday, and we all just jumped on this thing. One of them jumped up in here and took off the top end. I got up in there and cut some exhaust off. I still got to get the remainder of the exhaust out, like the cats and all that stuff out. I'm gonna do that today here in a second. I'm also gonna get these coils and the valve covers. I'm gonna get those all cleaned up and degreased. So we got it all down to the short block. Motor looks great inside. Kind of going slow on this. I'm gonna clean off my driveway a little bit because I got dropped some antifreeze on the concrete last night. I'm gonna get the water hose out. Gonna water hose that off. Gonna clean this motor off. It's got a bunch of sludge up on top. The inside looks really good. The cam ready. I got lifters. I got push rods. I got new trays. Yeah. All right. Camera died like usual, but I got my valve covers, the left and right hand side coil cleaned up. Got my throttle body cleaned up. Man, my camera shut off, but this little angle impact from Milwaukee never ceases to amaze me. It just busted that. I just pulled that pulley right off. That's great. All right, so I got down to the oil pump and I crawled up under the truck, because on the trucks the pan's got to come down just a little bit, but there's some oil leaking on the back side, and I'm wondering if the pan gasket or the rear main seal is possibly boogered up or leaking. So, man, I'm half tempted just to pull the rest of this, what's left of this motor out. I'm really tempted to just pull the motor out, take the oil pan completely off, flip the motor upside down, clean it out, put the pump and pan back on it, clean the pan up, do rear main seal, and put a stall in it. I really think I'm gonna do that, man. I plan on having this truck for a while. I'm doing all this work to it. I might as well just spend an extra day or two and pull the motor out and give it it needs a good cleaning too. I can clean the back of it. I can clean the trans. I think that's a smart choice. I put a new starter in it, all that stuff. I think that's what's going to happen. So I might throw a chain on this thing and unbolt it and get this motor out of here. All right, got the cherry picker out. You know what that means. All right, y'all. That escalated quickly. I got a good idea what I'm doing here now, so let me spin y'all around and show y'all what happened last night. All right, so I did end up pulling the motor. I have a horrible oil leak back here. Seems like here something's leaking. We have a lot of oil on this motor. A lot of crud on it, so it's going to get cleaned up. It's going to get put on the engine stand. I'm going to rip the oil pan off of it. Oil pan gasket, we're going to pressure wash it down, probably paint the block, and go from there. I did order a stall converter for it. I just ordered a Summit stall. We're going to see how it is. The Summit Pro LS stall for 4080. I think it's a 3000, like 2900 to 3000. Just a Commento regular degular stall. Wasn't that expensive. I think it's like $700 on the budget side, I guess you'd say. So no, I take that back. The other one I looked at, the FTI, or one of them was 700, like an off-brand one. I just went with the Summit brand. Yeah, I figured shipping would be the quickest with all that. So yeah, with that being said, there we are. I'm gonna pick up my tools this morning and I'm gonna clean the driveway up a little bit. And I'm just gonna tilt the hood close a little bit on this. My awning out here, this thing has really been, this thing's tits. It's a Crown Shades. Got it off Amazon. I think it's a 10 by 10. And yeah, it definitely working out here. So the awning was sick. So that's the update on it, guys. So yeah, there's the update on the truck, man. On the 2500, it is what it is. I think this is a better, smarter choice since I don't, it's not my daily. I'm not relying on it right now to get places, but I do rely on it for work. And I believe that that's gonna that's going to help it out this year through winter times. It's about to be pulling a bunch of snow throwers and the four-wheelers and all that stuff all winter, and hauling trash again. I used to haul trash, haul supplies, whatever. It's just a whatever truck, and I'm gonna plan on keeping it for a long time. So I want to make sure everything on it's right. And I know it like the back of my hand. I know every part that's new, every part that's used, all that stuff. So this way it'll keep it, I'll be real in tune with the truck. You know how it is whenever you do a full rebuild or something like that on one, that you know about all the parts and what you've put and the warranty on them and all that stuff. So I know all my parts and all that stuff on the truck, so how new they are and what's old. I'm replacing all the stuff, all the sensors that I can touch in the back here. I'm going to replace too. Yeah, I'm going to kill this video right here, man. This is going to be way too much wrapped up into one. So next, it'll be like a 3-parter maybe. Next video will probably be coming out here in, coming out 4 or 5 days after this one, whenever this one comes out. And I'll get the motor up on the stand. We'll get it torn apart, cleaned up, all that stuff. I'm not going to videotape me pressure washing the truck, cleaning the driveway and all that stuff, cleaning the motor off. I'm going to get the motor clean on the stand, and I'm going to get it all nice and good and presentable for you guys, and then we'll start the video back there. Be looking out for that video. We're going to refresh the LQ4 right on up. I'm going to do everything basically but rebuild the bottom end on it. Everything else is going to be pretty fresh on it, so that's cool. But man, if you made it this far on this video, my boring ass, I appreciate you for real, and I'll see y'all in the next one.
Going in and out recessions the same way that I be going